Hello everyone. There's one thing about real estate business, that is that there is always something going on, and that's what really gets me excited about this business as well. So obviously we know that prices right now are coming down and inventory is going up. And what is that doing right now? That is getting a lot of buyers a little more motivated than we were seeing them about a couple months ago. So now, before I share any information about what's going on in real estate in Calgary, there's one thing that I wanted to share with you guys. Just a recent report from Forbes came out that actually talks about the top best cities in the world. When it comes to their, they call them livable, basically. They use the term livable cities, where they are offering basically the best infrastructure, best education, so many different things that they look at. I believe there are more than 30 points that they look at. And in that category, Calgary was in the top 20 cities. It was number 18. Now, the reason actually Calgary came 18 was because we saw so much growth in our city recently and influx of people moving to Calgary. And because of that, our health system was kind of suffering, and that is where Calgary dropped quite a bit. Usually we were in the top 10 or top 5 actually in some years. And that was the reason. So obviously there are so many things that need to be worked out. But the list actually had Copenhagen in Denmark at number 1, Vienna, Austria number 2, and then Zurich, Switzerland was number 3, and in the top 20 when it comes to other Canadian cities, Vancouver was number 10, Toronto was number 12, and Calgary was number 18. Can you imagine? There was no US city. There usually is never a US city in these top 20 cities. In the top 20 best cities, I should say. So that is one of the reasons people like to move to Calgary. Calgary does offer a lot. And in the past, I'm sure you guys have seen me that we're really passionate on going hiking in the mountains. The views are great, and our city is growing quite fast. The tech companies are moving here. And the other thing that actually really makes a huge difference, and that is that our traffic is not as bad as some of these cities where it drives me crazy when I go there. So it is one of the top 20 best cities, livable cities in the world. That is a great news. The other part now, let's talk about Calgary's real estate, what's going on here. And obviously there was a recent survey done by Global News, and what that found that 50% of the renters, 54% of the renters are thinking to buy in near future. The question becomes that what is really holding them? So there are a couple of things, and the reason I'm sharing this with you is because you're probably one of those and you're thinking, okay, what am I supposed to do right now? They said, somewhere close to 40% were waiting for the prices to come down. So that is very true. A lot of buyers are waiting for those prices to come down. Keep this in mind when you really actually compare the inflation and the house prices. Our house prices compared to inflation are somewhere close to now the prices of 2017. The only problem is that the wages didn't grow at the same rate. Wages are really down, and that's what really hurting people. But when it comes to inflation, the prices are pretty close to the 2017 prices, but inflation went up, and but the wages didn't keep up with that. So there are about 29% that are also expecting that, if the interest rates will come down. But so the reason I'm sharing this with you is that, whenever the interest rates come down, the prices will start going up. Keep that part in mind. We had historically low interest rates because of COVID, and that's where this market went crazy, as we have seen. So that is, keep that part in mind, that whenever the interest rates are low, prices go up. So it's really hard to have both, where prices are down and interest rates are low, unless there is something really crazy going on in the world like COVID or something else. So keep those things in mind. And now I just wanted to share again with you about the mortgage rates. We know the mortgage rates are still pretty much the same. There isn't much changing. Actually, recently some of the banks that were offering really low fixed mortgage rates, they have increased them slightly, but there is still opportunity to get interest rates somewhere close to 4% or even less with some of the banks. So make sure you talk to your mortgage broker on seeing what kind of mortgage interest rates you can get. And in the past, you guys probably know that we mentioned that right now it is time to go with the best thing would be is go with variable rate, just because we are expecting the interest rates to come down because the economy is slowing. So keep that part in mind. And now the numbers for Calgary for the last week. As we know, the inventory is going up crazy, but at the same time, sales are happening. Keep that in mind. Prices are getting adjusted, and buyers are still finding good deals. And as I mentioned before, as a buyer, the best time is to buy when other people are not buying, because you can negotiate and find the best house. So in last 1 week, we had 1,004 properties that came into the market. 100 were back onto the market. 767 properties saw a price decrease. 13 properties saw price increase. 486 properties got sold. 486 properties were pending. 620 properties were sold, which is pretty good. 79 properties expired. 4 properties were withdrawn. 324 properties were terminated. That's a pretty big number. A lot of sellers are expecting they can get more money for their property, but the market is not the same. So you need to make adjustments if you're thinking to sell your property. Keep that part in mind, because things are not the same at this moment. If you have any question about real estate, please give me a call. I'll be more than happy to assist you. My phone number is 403-689-2345. Thank you.